Hi, Janashri.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm very fine. What about you, sir?
Wonderful. I'm doing good too. Thank you so much for asking. So, today we are going to talk about simple past. We are going to try to use the simple past forms. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we will talk about some of the memorable moments of our life and try to use simple past to talk about those moments. So I want you to think about a memorable weekend that you spent. So we just crossed Sunday. So every Sunday is memorable in some way or the other, I feel. So can you think about one best Sunday that you have had and tell us what you did on that day?
Usually, in my weekends, I spend with my neighborhoods only. I would not go for any vacations. But this weekend is some more memorable because I have went uh, to Salem Park.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, I and my
Okay.
father visited the park and spent some time.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
we had good lunch there, and some I've unfortunately visited my friends too there.
Why, unfortunately? Okay.
It means mm, like they too come for a weekend for the park. So I don't know they are coming,
Mhm.
and
All
my
right.
friends visited.
Mhm.
After that, after lunch, we came back to home.
Mhm. Okay. That's nice. Okay. Um, Good to know that you enjoyed the weekend at the park.
Yes.
Now, let's take a sentence and analyze this. Uh, so, I guess I heard this sentence when you were talking. So, which was, um, let me share. Yeah. Take this example. Um, we came back home. So, after lunch, we came back home. So, we just take this sentence. We came back home. Let's try to analyze this sentence. We came back home. So now, can you think and tell me, and answer a few questions about this sentence? So let me, how do I get it? 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So did this action happen in the past?
We came back home. It's past. Is it in the past tense?
It is in the past. Okay, very good. So now let's say which word in the sentence makes you think so? Why do you
Came.
think it is past? Came. Yes. So your action word, the form tells you whether it is past or present. Okay. So uh, came is the past tense of which word?
It's come.
Come. Yeah. So this is the, you can either call it the past tense or also the past participle of that. Sorry. It is either the past tense or your V2 form, right? So came, you can call it as the past, or sometimes in some places you learn it as the V2 form of the verb. Okay, so came is the past form or the V2 form of the verb. And so whenever you use the past forms, you are talking about things that happened in the past. So for come, you have changed it to came. You have changed the word itself. But there are some other words for which you do not change the word so much. You just add ed, right, to make it the past form. So there's a word, you have to make it the past form, and you don't have to change the word, but just add ed or d to make it the past form. For example, like work. Here you don't have to change the word, just add ed to it, right? Work, worked. So play, played. These are called regular verbs. You just have to add ed to make it the past tense, right? Now, can you think of any other words like come, wherein you have to change the word a little to get the past form?
The word drive.
Dry. Dry is also a regular verb because we are just adding ed. Dry, dried.
Drive.
Drive. Okay, drive. Okay, great. drive. What is the past tense of drive?
Drove.
Beautiful. Drove. Any other word?
Read.
Read. Okay. Read. Past tense is
Uh, the spelling is the same, but we pronounce it as read.
very good. So it is read, but the spelling is read. Wonderful. So things that any other words that are irregular verbs?
Go.
Go. Yeah. What is the past tense of it?
Went.
Went. So I'm glad you are giving me examples of what we would do on a weekend or on a holiday. Wonderful. So go, went, read, read, drive, drove. What else? Anything else that comes to your mind?
Think.
Okay. Think. What is the past tense of think?
Thought.
Perfect. Think, the past tense is thought. Very good. Okay. So we have enough examples. I'm glad you know what are the past forms. Now we can too far. Yeah. Now let's go to the next question in this analysis. How to convert this sentence to negative form? We came back home. How to convert this to negative form?
We did not come back home.
Very good. So we did not come back home, right? Let our answers be in a different color. We did not come back home. We did not come back home. When we write, we can say we did not come back home. But when we speak, how to shorten it?
We
did not.
didn't
Yeah, we didn't.
come back.
Very good. We didn't come back home. Wonderful. I'm able to fit. And your answer for the previous question was the word came. Okay, now let's go to the next question. If the answer is yes, we went to London, what could have been the question possibly?
Did you go to London?
Did you go to London? Yes. Did you go to London? So this is yes. And here it should be, did you go to London? Perfect. Did you go to London? Question mark. Perfect. So did you go to London? Okay, that's it. So this is how we use past forms. This is how we make questions. Did you go? Did you do this? Did you do that? And negative form, we didn't go to London. And positive would be we went to London. Fine. I'm very happy that you can identify past forms and also make negative sentences using the past form. Now let's also learn about some of the common mistakes that I hear. Yeah. Okay. So here there's a common mistake. So how to correct this one? I didn't told him about it.
I
What should it be?
didn't tell him about it.
Very good. I didn't tell him about it. Perfect. So this one should be I didn't tell him. This should be okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I didn't tell him about it. Okay, next one. Did he ask you any questions?
Did he ask you any questions?
Very good. Why did he ask? Why not asked?
Because we have already used the verb did. It already
Perfect.
represents the past.
Already you have used did and did is past. Perfect. Okay, I done a lot of work today.
I have done or
I have done. Perfect. You can say I have done a lot of work today or
I did a lot of.
yes. If you say have after that, it should be a what form is that? Done is
V3
the P3
past.
or the past participle. Yeah. Okay. I did a lot of work today. All right. So now the last one. Life is quite hard the last year.
Life was quite
Very good. Life was quite
hard.
hard last year. You don't need the life was quite hard last year. Should be sufficient. Okay. Now, I also wanted to check something else. What if someone says, my, let us- what is this? Okay, not happening. My friends, my friends um, are quite busy yesterday. What is the mistake here?
My friends were quite busy yesterday.
Very good. My friends were quite busy yesterday. My friends were quite busy yesterday. Very good. Perfect. Okay. So that's, yeah, my spelling of yesterday. Yesterday. Okay, great. So, well, so you can correct the common mistakes in simple past. Now, time for you to think and speak. Yeah, so yeah, we have learned the simple past, and here we have two topics. So you can choose any one and talk about that. So, talk about any memorable moment of your life. It's not a question. Talk about any memorable moment of your life, or you can talk about your last vacation, whichever you would like to choose.
I would like to talk about a memorable moment. A last birthday has been a very memorable moment for me, so I would like to share.
Mhm.
Mm,
Good. Please go ahead.
for every birthday, I will celebrate in my school or in my college, but last birthday has been in my home. I did not go anywhere in last birthday. I did not go to a temple or any tour spot. I just spent my time in my home. Um, Even though I'm in home, many friends visited my home. Many my relatives came to my home and enjoyed with me. Mm, we had good fun on that day.
Okay.
I have met new persons on my birthday. Um,
What else did you do?
then we had good lunch with my friends, relatives, and with many friends. And after lunch, um, mm, on my birthday, it is fully cloudy on that day in my home. So we mostly rounded around my home, played a lot of games, and um,
Okay. Good job. So fair enough. You have given lots of points. I'm going to tell you about the best points that you shared. I mean, correct use of simple present and a few mistakes that I noticed. Okay. Fine. Now to start with, um, so the first sentence was, um, I'm not sure if it was the first sentence. I will celebrate in my school or college. So I will celebrate would mean only in the future. Usually I will celebrate. I think that's what you mentioned. So when you say usually, what should you say? This is not with past form, but here what should you use instead of past or future? When something
usually I
happens regularly,
celebrate.
very good. Usually I celebrate, or actually, a better usage would be I usually celebrate. Celebrate. No, you can have the adverb after the subject. I usually celebrate um, my birthday at school or college. Okay, fine, fair enough. Now let's go for the next sentence that I noticed. So next sentence, that was a very good sentence that I noticed. I did not go anywhere. So perfect. So it makes sense. Um, Now you also said um, relatives came to my home. That is also a very good sentence that I heard. Um, we had good lunch. Another wonderful sentence. Pull these up. Okay. A few mistakes that a few other mistakes apart from the first one. Um, it is fully cloudy on that day. How to correct that one? It is fully cloudy on that day.
It was cloudy. It
Very
was
good. It
fully.
was cloudy. No need of fully. It was
It's
cloudy. Yeah. Otherwise, other than fully, what word can you use?
almost cloudy or
Almost cloudy is, it was not cloudy. It was close to being cloudy, right?
at
But
most. Or,
So you can just use the word quite. It was quite cloudy. Okay. And it's okay to use the word on, but it is not necessary. It was quite cloudy that day. Okay. So on the day is also fine, but it was quite cloudy that day is also fair enough. Yeah. Okay. And this sentence, what do you need to do here? Something is missing. Tense is correct. What is missing?
We played
Very good. We
a
played
lot.
a lot of games. Okay. We played a lot of games. Um, we had good lunch. Da, 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 da. Okay, fine. Everything else is okay. Hey, that's great, Janashri. So, would you like to try speaking on another topic?
Yeah, so sure. I can
Okay,
try.
wonderful. So, let's go with vacation then. So, how did you celebrate your last vacation? As usual, you can take a few seconds to think and then try to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last vacation I went last year. Um, uh, I went to my auntie's house for the vacation. Um,
Good.
there I saw many different types of plants and flowers.
Mhm.
It looks so beautiful to look. Um, I enjoyed playing in garden.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, there I also planted some of the trees,
Mhm.
which I love.
Nice.
And then mm,
Okay.
I usually go for an vacation only with my father, but
Mhm.
our last vacation, all my family members came, and we enjoyed a lot. And then mm, I mostly went through all the places in Salem uh, for last vacation.
Okay.
Um, and then mm,
All right. This is good enough. So you have spoken quite a bit about your last vacation, and most of the sentences are a lot more beautiful this time. So let me show all the sentences that I noticed. So it would be a combination of things that we have to correct and things that are right. So let me use blue and yeah. So is this blue? No. Yeah. Okay. Um, Last vacation I went last year. So here you need not say last vacation I went last year. So how can you change the word order? Last vacation I went last year. So there is something that you can do here. What can you do?
I went for a vacation last year.
Yeah. So I
I went.
went I went on a vacation last year. I went on a vacation last year. Last year. Um, and then, if you want to say my last vacation happened last year, then you can say um, my last year. Okay, last year I had been on my last vacation. Yeah, last year I had been on my last vacation. That's how you can mention it. Mm, though it sounds a little complicated, you can just say I went on a vacation last year as well. Yeah. I went to my aunt's home. I went to my aunt's home is a very perfect sentence. Rather than house, you can say home, because home refers to a more of a place where there's love and affection rather than just saying house. Okay. I went to my aunt's home, and then there I saw many varieties of plants and flowers. Okay, fine, fair enough. It looked so beautiful to look. So, yeah, how to correct it? Just a small editing needed here. Yeah,
It looked so beautiful.
it looked so beautiful. Okay, but you're talking about plants, flowers. There are so many, right? So instead of it, what can you use here?
They looked beautiful.
They looked so beautiful. Okay. Instead of plants and flowers, if you had said I went to their garden, then you can say it was so beautiful. Okay. Here you're talking about plants and flowers, so they looked so beautiful. Um, I enjoyed in the garden. Very good sentence again. There, I also planted some of the trees which I love. Beautiful sentence, long and also correct. There, I also planted. But then, to make it even more nicer, you can say I also planted some of the trees which I love in the garden. Okay. The garden. Okay. I usually go for a vacation only with my father. Very good. Last vacation, my family members came, um, and we enjoyed a lot. Last vacation. So for the last vacation, okay, rather than just last vacation, for the last vacation, my family members. What can we do here? Can we add a word here? Last vacation, my family members.
Also came or
Very good. Also came, and we enjoyed a lot. I went to all the places in not Salem for last vacation. Okay, that's fine. Wow, good job. So most of your sentences are correct. So when you tried it the second time, you got most of the sentences perfectly right. I'm happy. Good job. Any questions for me, Janishri? Any questions for me? Especially about simple past? Anything?
or where we should use the word had plus uh, went or came.
Where should we use had plus went or came? Good question. Actually, I'll type your question. Where should we use had with went or came? With went or came. So went or came. So if you when you say this went and came, so what form are these? Present, past, past participle. What form?
It's
Went
past
and came.
form.
Past form. Yeah. So now had is always used with the past participle. Had plus past participle. So okay. I had gone. I had gone to London before 2014. So this we use had only when there is a reference point in the past. Okay. So we use this had plus past participle when there is a reference point in the past. I had gone to London before 2014. So 2014 is also in the past, and before that, another action happened. So to talk about which action happened first, I use had and past participle. Had is always used with V3 form, never with the V2
Me too.
forms. You should never use it. Okay. So when I had um, when I had reached home, um, Balaji um, left. So which action happened first in this? There are two actions in this sentence, right? When I had reached home, Balaji left. Which action happened first?
When I had reached,
Had
first I
reached
reaches
happened.
the home. After that, he left.
Perfect. First, you reached home. Yeah, sorry. So this one happened first, had reached, and Balaji left happened after that, right? So, but both the actions happened in the past.
Past.
Yeah. So let me give you another example. So even if you change the order in which they come, on order in which they are used in the sentence, even then we don't have to worry about it. So for example, when I reached the airport, the flight had taken off. Do we say that? But yeah, just for the sake of example, when I reached the airport, the flight had taken off. So in this sentence, which action happened first? Yeah. Which action
I
happened
reached
first
the
in this?
airport. The flight already taken off,
Yeah,
and
flight
after that I
had
reached.
taken off. And then I reached the airport. So wherever you use had plus past participle, it happened earlier. Okay, there are two actions in the past, and this had plus past participle happened first. Okay, so here to answer this question, should we, when, where do we use had with come or came? We should not use it. Okay, it is wrong. Okay, we shouldn't use had or had with went, came,
Went.
or any past form. Okay, but sir, sometimes we use had with other words. For example, I had lunch. Yeah, we say I had lunch. So here had plus noun. Lunch is a noun, right? I had lunch. I had lunch, I had food, I had biryani, whatever it is. Okay. Or yesterday I had fever. So all these places we are using a noun after had. So if you use a verb after had, it would always be the past participle form of the verb. So yeah. So had plus past participle or had plus noun. These are the only two possibilities. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Wonderful. Great. Any other questions that you have?
No, sir.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you so much. You had been wonderful. Thank you for being a part of this video and allowing us to record this as well. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you.
Great. Wonderful.